What is up, people? This is The Vinyl Casket, home to the lamest taste. You can check me out on YouTube and Twitch at The Vinyl Casket, all one word, where you can subscribe, like, and comment. Hit the bell for much, much more. And I am sorry, because last week there was no videos. I was not around. It was a very busy week. From Monday and Tuesday, me having to do work-related things at night with classes and meetings, to Wednesday getting the comics. Like we always do, this is a weekly comic book review. Little late. It is the 30th. Comics came out last Wednesday. It is Tuesday. It was Memorial Day weekend, and got the books on Wednesday, read them Wednesday and Thursday like normal. And then Friday, I drove down to Atlantic City for a music festival, so I was not able to make the video once I finished reading the books, unfortunately. And then driving home and then unpacking and going through everything, working today, I've just finally gotten a chance to go through and do the review for you guys. So if you're tuning in and you're not used to Home to the Lamest Taste comic book reviews, check out the weekly playlist. It is there every week for the last 3 years. I talk about comics. They come out on Wednesday. I read them. I bag. I board them. I freaking take pictures in the Lightbox for my Instagram over at Vinyl Casket Comics, where I do little mini write-ups. Then I sit down with you guys and I make videos talking about those books. The music festival that I went this weekend, I will be doing a video right after this talking about that experience and how cool that was. But first off, since I last talked to you guys, obviously we talked about how Free Comic Book Day, I had the free comic book preview for Shaman King Flowers. Through Kodansha. Since then, I not only picked up volume 1, I picked up volume 2. I'm in the process of reading volume 2 right now. If I can find my bookmark, I can show you where I'm at. Probably not that far. Yeah, so I want to say a quarter of the way through volume 2, but volume 1 was incredible. I do plan on doing a review on this when I get a chance. I have a lot of trailer reactions to do. Check out those. But if you like my reviews on the omnibuses for the 3-in-1s for Shaman King, you're going to love Shaman King Flowers. Check it out. Volumes 1 and 2 are out now in your local comic, Barnes & Noble, manga shops, wherever you can find physical manga. What's the one? Not Kotobukiya, that's toys. But check it out where you can get it. Volumes 1 and 2 are out now. I highly recommend. Artwork on the back, sick. Okay, getting into it. We're going to start off with indies. No Marvel this week. Big week of books, no Marvel. Good amount of Image, good amount of DC. Getting right into it, quick and easy. We're starting off with Dynamite, issue 5 of Disney's Darkwing Duck. This is the variant cover. Awesome variant cover. If you can see, got my boy Launchpad on there. And some zombies. Really solid issue. I love the revolving door of villains. I'm loving the quirkiness, the animated art style. It's really interesting and really fits the character. The writing, the art, everything that so far this series has been spectacular. Highly recommend it. Check it out. I don't want to spoil this for you. This is an incredible story, an incredible book, and I hope it goes on for a long time. Dynamite getting these Disney titles has been incredible. I rate them out at 1 through 10, by the way. This is going to get a solid 8. We're going to move on to Image, with our first book being issue 3 of Indigo Children, a series that I was starting to lose faith in issue 2 because it was getting a little... Issue 1 was weird in a good way. Issue 2 was good, but just hitting that like wall of weird where I'm like, am I going to be able to follow this like continuing, and like once it's like as it gets further, am I going to understand what's going on, because it's getting like very convoluted and weird. Issue 3 solidified, cleared up a lot of things, really felt like a refined version of the last 2 issues. Our reporter, this guy that they use to get illegal things and weird stuff under the table, and our two Indigo kids that are now adults, that are unlocked, are going to get the third of the Indigo Four. And basically, her dad and family were killed because her dad stole from this mob boss who took her because his wife couldn't have kids, so she became their daughter, and then they brought her to the Indigo experiment. She got her powers and she was brainwashed, and he just became president of this country, and she just sings and has no idea. They get into the inauguration and they unlock her memories. Turns out that the guy that we found out about in the last issue had like a relationship with this girl, so that was unlocked and really cool. And they're going after the fourth Indigo person, but Indigo 5 apparently is on the government's side trying to stop them, which is incredible. This shell shocked me. This is the blind side of the week. This is a easy 7.5, bordering on that 8. I highly recommend you check it out. Moving on, we have the last issue of Radiant Pink. I believe this is 6. It's either 5 or 6. This variant cover is really cool. I love it. But we end the kind of storyline well, and that's only like a quarter of the way through this issue. We get this whole dramatic like issue, right? This relationship that's now spawned has become weird. We get some references to Radiant Black and appearances to one of the Radiant Blacks in this. The three-way relationship of friendship and romance now between the three girls is strange, and this girl just gets crazy with the thing on her chest that is draining the radiant power, to the point where Radiant Pink has to really super mode herself, doesn't get a cape, and has to put her in like another like zone dimension so that she can be safe and live a new life against that girl's will. It was really dramatic, really emotional, and really cool. She quit the YouTube game or Twitch game or whatever it is. Really solid issue. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. And then we get Supermassive. This is the second Supermassive, second annual. I don't think it's a Supermassive one, even though it was advertised as an issue 1. I want to make sure Supermassive 2023. So we've gotten Supermassive 2022 and we got Supermassive 2023. I loved this crossover way more than last year's, and I loved last year's. This one was better. This is the variant cover. The variant cover features a Inferno Girl, or In the Moonlight. It sucks that I really wish that we did get Dead Lucky introduced in here, connected to the other two characters that are already established, right? And then we're playing on very recent storylines here, which was kind of not the thing last year. Rogue Sun is right out of that storyline. The old knight persona of the original Rogue Sun is in control of the body, and Dylan is just like a spirit fighting with him and arguing with him. The two Radiant Blacks, Nathan and everyone, are arguing, not arguing, or trying to figure out who's gonna take over the Radiant Black, because they can't share it anymore because it's getting out of whack. That's an ongoing problem in this issue. That's an ongoing problem in this issue. And then Dead Lucky is right out of her series. Apparently we're getting another issue. I thought it was just a mini series, but we get right at her working with the government, sees this as a way to try to get this holy grail in this random world and bring back her friend that we lost in the last issue of her series. This is not our Inferno Girl, but it was really cool to see. I wish we would have gotten a No One feature, and I wish we got a reference to the other Radiants. That's the one thing I did not like about last year. We did not get anything about the other Radiants, even though we were teased that there was going to be a big event coming that still hasn't come out yet. And again, the same thing. Oh yeah, we're gonna have something's coming soon. We're gonna need help. You said that last year. It's been a year. But it was a good storyline. They go after the Holy Grail. The knight runs into his friend that ended up killing him. She's been stuck in this realm trying to get through these challenges for the Holy Grail this entire time. It turns out that she is an Inferno Girl, probably the first Inferno Girl. And that was really cool to see her transform at the end and sacrifice herself. And they go back into their storylines. None of their individual storylines are settled here, but they are added with a little bit of energy, and I really enjoyed it. Thought the artwork was great. I really wish there would have been a No One reference or rating yellow, pink, or red. But really good issue. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Going on to DC, we're going to start out with issue 3 of Doom Patrol variant cover. This is a foil Robot Man head. Awesome. We got this Starbro. Robot Man and Negative Man are trying to save him as the Green Lanterns, Guy Gardner, and Kyle Rayner are after him. Pretty much it. Pretty interesting. Starbro is able to send a mistransmission to tell the Green Lanterns that there's a bigger problem, they need help, and they leave. And they get them out of there. Awesome issue. 7 out of 10. We move on to the variant cover for issue 2 of Green Arrow with Mr. Arsenal. We get a really nice description of where Arsenal is, Roy Harper is in this point of the series since he's come back to life. We get to see where he's at, what he's doing. They lost Connor. They lost his daughter. He's ready to go full Arsenal war mode. He thinks that Black Canary is going to stop him, but she joins in and they're going after it, right? Boom. And then we get to see more of what Green Arrow's been doing and his involvement, and then him and Leanne, I think that's her name, the Cheshire Cat, doing their thing. That was really interesting, and I'm really, really enjoying this series. I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. Finally, issue 30 variant Frisian Jenny Frisian cover for issue 30 of Harley Quinn, written by Mrs. Tini Howard. So two of my favorite creative people in the industry at the moment, Jenny Frisian being one of my favorite variant covers, variant artists besides Scotty Young, and Tini Howard being an amazing writer on Harley Quinn and Catwoman, having an event crossover with Batman coming later this year. This issue was cool. The artwork in this issue was really stellar. The crossover with the multiverse has been really cool. The Kathleen Carrot stuff is really interesting because no other book is really doing that, and they're kind of hyping up Harley Quinn to be much more than just a character, just much more than a normal human being that has gone through what she's gone through, giving her this multiversal presence at this Batman level person. Really interesting, really awesome issue. I'm gonna give it a 6.5 out of 10. Finally, we end the week with Nightwing. This is issue 104. Issue 104, this is the A cover, I believe, not a variant. Yes, A cover, solid issue. We kind of wrap up that storyline with the girl that they're saving, with the demon stuff. Trigon gets involved. A lot of really cool stuff goes on here. I really enjoyed it. And I'm just kind of pumped. This doesn't tie into the stuff happening in Titans though, which is weird. Seeing that the Titans are here. And in the last issue of Titans that happened came out before this book came out, something happens to him. So wouldn't that be, I'm assuming Nightwing 104 happens before Titans 1. Really cool issue, really cool art. I really love it. I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. And that is my pulls for last week. I have some cool books coming out this week that I'm excited to pick up. I will quickly give you a rundown of my top 5. I really sleeper issue. This was a sleeper issue. I don't even know where to put this. This has got to be in there by default. It's not fair that there's no Marvel books. I feel wrong. 2, 3. Now, which was a better book? Which was a better book? I'm gonna have to go. We're gonna have to go with that, which is shocking. Okay. So we got our 5, and now we got to rank them in there. We're going to go with number 5 is going to be... Okay, number 5 is going to be issue 30 of Harley Quinn. Issue 4 is going to be... issue 4 is going to be 104 of Nightwing. Then we're going to go with issue 5 of Darkwing Duck. Then for issue 2 of the week, we're going to do Supermassive, and then the pick of the week is going to go to Indigo Children. I think this was a sleeper issue. I think this series is actually wonderful, and I really suggest you guys get into it. It really blew my mind. I think reading this issue, especially because I read it last, it was my last pull, like the last thing on my reading list. Well, I'm losing everything, guys. What's going on here? It was the last thing I read, and it was my favorite thing of the week. Easily. Usually the last thing I read is the thing that I was least excited for, and it shocked me. So that's all I got for this week. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Remember to check out the channel on Twitch and YouTube at The Vinyl Casket, all one word, where you can subscribe, like, and comment. Hit the bell for much, much more. Remember, this is the home to the lamest taste, and I need you to do me a favor to stay that way. I need you to stay lame.